Hello and welcome. But what is no time to explain? Well, clearly there's no time to explain. Okay, maybe a little time, maybe. Right, I've played around the first few hours of the game and now I'll tell you what you can do in the game and what the game is about and my personal opinion on the game itself. Also, if I sound ill, that's basically because I am ill. So, in No Time to Explain, it's effectively a comedic 2D puzzle platformer. The majority of the time you'll be using a laser gun to propel yourself around the map, with some exceptions such as the shotgun, which will catapult you around the map, although this is only used a few times on specific levels. Now, the said comedy from the game comes from two sources: the screaming guy at the beginning of each level and the oddly twisted bosses, such as a robot crab from the future, or a shark that when its tail is shot off turns into some hideous form of shark octopus. Seriously, I don't like it, it's scaring me. Now, there is an issue with the game though. From some research and playing through the entire game, it is only 2 to 3 hours long if you just play through the game without collecting the hats in the game, which will give you no benefit whatsoever. The game is 100 levels long, although as you can see in the background, every time you jump through one of the warp gates, this is effectively a level, so the levels are very short. Some of them can be even 10 seconds long if you manage to get through them in that time. And after completing all the levels in the stage, you'll come back to the hub world, which you can probably see in the background, which will allow you to select any stages which you want to play. If you want to replace some old ones, then go ahead. Now there's one last thing you need to really know about the game, which is the main gun which we'll always be using, which is the laser gun, which allows you to propel yourself through the air. Also has this nice mechanic of you cannot indefinitely just keep going upwards. It has a certain amount of power before you start very slowly just running out of power, and then flat out will just stop. So in my opinion, it is fun, that's for sure. I'm not into puzzle games myself and usually find them frustrating, but for some reason I was able to get through this one. I don't know, it just keeps you interested with all the odd crap which goes on in it. While the humour also is slightly subjective, probably to some people I could imagine, which should be coming from the screaming guy. You can just turn off the screaming guy, which is in the menu, so that's a plus. So in my opinion, it is fun, that's for sure. I'm not into puzzle games myself and usually find them frustrating, but for some reason I was able to get through this one. I don't know, it just keeps you interested with all the odd crap which goes on in it. While the humour also is slightly subjective, probably to some people I could imagine, which should be coming from the screaming guy. You can just turn off the screaming guy, which is in the menu, so that's a plus. But my main issue with it is, while looking at it, you can say, well, how can I really say this? It looks very flashy. In other words, it still looks like a Flash game, and by this I mean it's actually, this game was originally created as a sort of joke game, almost like Burn the Rope if you're playing that, as a Flash game which was about 5 minutes long. Later on, about a year ago, it was created as a full game and then it got green Steam lit. A little while back now, it's actually on Steam to buy it. So what you really need to ask yourself is, do you want a nice-ish puzzle platform with this odd humour to it, which is, I like it, but some people won't, and is the entertainment from it, from 2 to 3 hours minimum really, worth, as of now, about £5.24, 24 cents, what? Sorry, £5.24, and at full price it's going to be £7, which is ultimately just for a 2 to 3 hour Flash game. And I think it's okay-ish personally, because it's giving me more entertainment than a movie, and it's double the length of your average movie. But this will probably end up differing for multiple people, so you have to really ask yourself, do I really want this, and will it entertain me, and is it actually worth it? Hopefully you now have some idea to what No Time to Explain is. If you liked the video, leave it a like, and if you want more videos, give it a subscribe maybe, and if you hate it, dislike it, because it will still help me out, because how YouTube works, it still puts videos higher despite it being a like or a dislike. Seriously, please don't do that though. I just prefer a few likes maybe, please. No, okay, bye.